Ben Pack. Ben Pack, Ben Pack, Ben Pack, Ben Pack, Ben Pack.
Are the Bugsnax just Pokemon? I'm just now realizing this. They just say their name, right?
Oh yeah, that's kind of the whole thing.
Man.
This is Ben Pack. This is Bugsnax.
This is Bugsnax. Everyone's talking about it's finally here.
It is here, or at least at the time of this recording, it will be here soon. Later on in the week, Thursday, of this week when you're watching this. This is Bugsnax. This game is $25, available soon on the Epic Game Store, PS4, PS5, or if you are a PS5 PlayStation Plus member, this game will be on there.
The most
launch.
elite Sony consumers.
Yes, right. Cutting edge, bleeding edge. I believe also if you're a PS4 owner and want to add it to your library for your PS5, you can claim it, but you cannot get it for free on PS Plus for your PS4. Does that make sense? Let's hope so. Folks, this is Bugsnax. I am pretty early on in the game here. This is about maybe a half hour-ish into the game. Later on, we're going to show off some stuff later in the game. But what is Bugsnax? Well, it's a game about catching these...
That's a good question, Vinny.
Okay, I think I can answer that pretty easily. Bugsnax is a game about catching these little critters on the ground here, which are called Bugsnax. So these little guys here. You catch them, you catch them all. You can take pictures of them, you can add them to your catalog, and then, in a twist, you feed them to people, and weird stuff happens when you do that. So, we've got a mission here, and I'll show this off. You got a mission here to scope the grove, which was scan 6 types of Bugsnax in the Garden Grove area. That's the area I'm in currently, and return to Beffica. So let's go return to Beffica. Let's see if I can find her quickly here.
Yeah, so, you know, kind of like other games in the vein, there's a bunch of different biomes, and each of them has a bunch of different Bugsnax that all you catch in different ways, and I'm sure Vinny will show off all the fun ways you can catch a Bugsnax.
Yeah.
Is it a Bugsnax? Is the singular of Bugsnax? Bugsnax?
I don't know. He's got that X on the end, so it really helps out for the pluralization.
Yeah.
All right. So Beffica, you have some. They're called Grumpuses. And let's talk to Beffica here.
OMG, you
Muppet
really
people.
got them all. I knew I picked the right Grumpus. Not that I'm surprised. After all, I've read all your articles. Even if I
So
don't
the start of the
believe in
game kind of sets you up. You're a
Grumpa, Cabra, or
journalist,
whatever,
and you got a
your
hot tip
interviews
for a
were always
story.
on point. Good
Yeah.
picks, too.
And you fly to this island.
Digging up the truth
You're hearing all about these
otherwise.
Bugsnax,
But enough
and
about
then you get there,
Let's talk
and the
Beffica.
person who's contacted
I
you has
want you to
disappeared.
use that journalistic instinct to
And
find
so
out
you
what
started
my
kind
favorite
of
Bugsnax
trying
is.
to follow their
Feed it to me.
footsteps and
I'm
figure out what happened on this island. And you start meeting the inhabitants, and kind of the main core of the game is like running quests for people, which is not
Yes.
what I expected this game to be.
Yeah.
I don't know
so,
about you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and avoid as much story stuff as I can in this game. Obviously, there'll be some stuff here. Again, this is very early on. But I think the thrust and kind of propellant in this game is the narrative, and I don't want to.
Yes.
And without that, the Bugsnax catching, and we did get an answer to your question. I believe it is one Bugsnax, multiple Bugsnax, is fairly limited, and we'll kind of get into that as we go. I'll show that off kind of right now. So it said scope out Beffica's favorite Bugsnax, and there we go. I believe it
Wonder
will
what
be.
it could be.
This wiener dog here. This,
You can take a pic of that, I think, too.
let's see. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that new
Beautiful.
scan.
Look at that scan. So you have a journal here. Let's go through some of this stuff. You have a journal here that collects the details of your Bugsnax. The biomes, like Ben said, are broken out into... I'm sorry, they have their own section, and they'll tell you how many you've scanned and what you've captured in each biome. It's fewer than you'd think because they do recycle and reskin quite a number of the Bugsnax. Like you'll get a Strawbee, which is basically a Raspy, which is basically then
A white Strawbee.
Yeah, and a black Raspy I think you get later on too. So
And they behave differently, but they are ostensibly the same.
the same. So we're gonna find this wiener dog wiener. I forget what they call them. They have this kind of Wuzzles-esque quality. They, you know, portmanteau some stuff together.
Sure.
Let's see. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this weenie worm. That's just
So you
straight up.
scan it, and it kind of gives you a hint.
Yeah. Sorry, here I should
If they're
show
not
that.
easily catchable.
Gross. Lazy little worm. So you'll always see its path that it takes. And some things will run away when they see you, and some things will fly away or hide away. Like this strawberry here will hide in a bush. This weedy worm is just gonna go on its path. So use the left bumper here on the controller. I'm playing here, I should say, on the Epic Game Store. Push LB on the controller here using my Xbox controller. Select the trap, and I could wait for him to come in.
He is a lazy little worm, though, so it's
And get him! And then bang! Got that weenie worm. And you have unlimited traps. If you once you have a critter or a Bugsnax in your trap, it is then in your pocket once you collect it. If something happens to your trap, you can always retrieve it, which just destroys it. And then after like a second or two cooldown, you'll get to deploy it again. And so capturing this little strawberry here is a little more difficult. Getting close might be tough. Oh. I don't know if
I've never seen them
I've
explode.
seen that before, but we'll just slowly back away from that from that scene. And I thought he was just going to run to the bush. And we'll go back to Beffica down here. But so I think there's probably about 3 different methods of capturing Bugsnax in general, like top view. One is you just put the trap down, or you get him in the trap.
Yeah, that's a lot of early ones.
Yeah, another is you're gonna lead them into a certain spot and then trap them, or you're gonna use your slingshot, which you get pretty early on here, and you load up with things like ketchup or chocolate, which you just find on plants around. And it's kind of unlimited. This game is not hard.
No.
It is not out to give you a hard time.
There's no fail states at all. You can't
Yeah.
die. You can't, The worst that happens is like your trap gets destroyed by a rogue Bugsnax. And you
Watch
just
this,
have to
Ben. Watch
place it
this.
again. Oh no, Vinny, you're gonna die.
I'm fine. I'm fine. So yeah, you collect the ammunition from these plants, and these even repopulate fairly quickly. You can sit here and watch them regrow if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So you're not challenge is not the problem here. Your patience might be for some stuff. So
Yes.
So this Bunger here loves ketchup. Loves that ketchup. And you can see I got his path because I took a picture of him. And we have probably a shishka bug hiding out in this bush. So this guy loves ketchup. I can lead him wherever I want with the ketchup. If I put some ketchup on the thing here. Come here, you. Come here. Come on. You love that ketchup.
You can sauce the ball too.
Yeah, we'll get to the ball in a second. And then shishka bug pops out. Oops. And you can capture him like that. So we'll do that one more time. Loves that ketchup. Shish kebab,
Boom.
bug, bang. Another tool you get pretty early on is this buggy ball, which is just a strawberry in a ball, and you get him pretty early on. And like Ben said, you can throw some condiments onto that, and then lead people around like that. If he hits the water, it does wash off, and also if you can condiment pretty much anything, and but it'll wash off in water, so that kind of.
You can put ketchup on anything. Turns out.
Yeah, it turns out they were right. You can put ketchup on anything. So, like I said, there's a couple of methods. One is just put the trap out, capture them. Another is lead a snack with a condiment, and another is use 2 snacks to interact to. Usually to knock into a bush or to knock out another snack. You also have a net. I don't know if I could show that off pretty easily here. I think there is another Bunger. Yeah, I'll just show this off pretty easily.
Or like sometimes you'll run up on like a frozen Bugsnax, and it says you need to warm it up, and then so you'll lead it, and there will be a fiery Bugsnax, and if the 2 of those kind of bump into each other, they'll cool each other off.
Yeah, so you get into elemental stuff a little bit later in the game. Fire and ice kind of being it. At least I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
and
near the end of the game.
The water to wash it out.
You beat it.
I have beaten Bugsnax.
I'm near the end of it, kind of going for 100% completion.
Yeah.
I'd say the whole thing probably a good solid. I mean, I've put probably out 10 hours in, and I've tried to get everything. So let's finish up this quest here. Scope out, catch Beffica her favorite snack, and now we're gonna see what happens when you feed a Grumpus a Bugsnax. Okay, so we have these. She wants this weenie worm. Eat it up. And now, what do you want here? What are we talking
I think
about?
a weenie hand.
Weenie hand.
A little lacking in structural integrity for a leg, I think.
Good answer.
So,
You really get me. I know you're just doing this stuff for me because you want me back in Snacksburg, but I don't mind. If you really want to be besties with me, I want some dirt.
Beffica's
Rambus
kind of a
acts
gossip. She's a
Totally
little-
mysterious before he goes to bed around
so
10 every
here's...
night.
I like this
I want
game.
you to find out
I
what
have
he's
a
up
few
to
problems with
and
it.
tell me. don't wanna wait
One of
around,
my
you can always
problems
just
is
take a nap
some
until
of
it's
the
time.
Grumpuses you meet are just jerks, and I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah, you get okay. So, again, I'm trying to avoid as much story stuff as I can, but
Yes.
a pretty mainline thing is you're trying to repop. Everybody was in this village. The leader of the kind of expedition that you were called here to report on, like Ben said, has gone missing, and everybody scattered from the main hub. And I'll go to the main hub now. Also, put that away. So you're trying to get everybody back to the main hub. That's kind of your to further along what happened to this expedition leader. Find out. As you do that, you encounter all these different people with different personalities.
How'd the ship get here? There's a balloon? Huh. You know, it looks just a little bit, exploded, but I'm sure we can patch that up eventually.
I like the Snacksburg theme a lot. Just this song. I've sat with myself just idling in Snacksburg so I could have this music on while I cleaned and stuff. It's great.
So you get these guys to come back, and everybody comes back, or you try to get everybody back, and then you do these side quests, which usually flesh out their motivations and why they're either really nice or jerks or phonies or true at heart and what they're and sometimes they go pretty deep, you know. Sometimes they get pretty deep into like, oh well, that's you're damaged.
Traveling style,
This game
buddy.
presents very much like a children's show,
if you
but
don't
the
mind,
themes that it
I'd love to
tackles
fly it
with some of
someday.
the character relationships are way deeper than you get in most video games.
Yeah, there are some you know,
Real trauma?
ranging from like trauma to imposter syndrome to a lot of stuff there. I'll say that you saw there, you get some dialogue choices occasionally. I have not found that those make a huge difference other than accepting or not accepting a quest.
I've reloaded a save just to see if anything changes after some of them, and yeah, I get nothing.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be too concerned about those, you know, just kind of play the character you want. So I'm gonna go a little bit further here because it's early and I could show off a little bit more of what you do with the characters. And then I'm gonna load in a save that is later on. This is actually gonna be a pretty quick look, all things considered. So
yeah, it's not a big game.
Yeah,
Both in terms of like length, it's 5 gigs, which surprised me. I was like, wow, this is kind of tiny, and it shows by there's like, you know, whatever 8 or so different environments, each with like, I don't know, somewhere between 10 and 12 Bugsnax or something. So like not a ton to do in each place, but they add some things here and there to kind of layer it, you know.
Yeah.
I think this game is at its most interesting when you step into a new biome for the first time and you see all these Bugsnax and you start to figure out like, okay, if I want to get this Bugsnax over here, I got to do this. I got to use this sauce on this thing, and kind of, I think that's when the game is like really fun.
Yeah. Sorry, and also just wait until 10 o'clock to see Wambus. I'm gonna follow Wambus here. Like I said, the game does not penalize you for you know, like it's hard to fail a quest. I have found. This is
Can you try
Wambus.
waking him up? Can you
No,
get a
I
little
gotta
closer to him?
follow him. I gotta follow Wambus.
Yeah, I found sometimes for this quest specifically, I had to wake them up first.
No
and then
kidding,
they would
really?
do their thing. Yeah.
Let me try this other thing that I've done too, which is basically you can sleep and skip time anytime you want. So we'll just not noon. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do midnight.
No, it's okay. That was a power nap, and now it's a
But this newcomer really just sleeping, and we'll just go here Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, yeah, I'll try and wake him up. Oh, there he goes. Okay.
Oh, there he goes.
They just wanted me over here.
Also, you can't fail this by like walking in front of him.
No.
Didn't go so well today. Soil's depleted, but I won't give up yet. I wonder how your day is going. Oh, Triffy, I miss you so much. I would hug your cactus facsimile.
I will say this game has a pretty
But it would only hurt me
powerhouse
further.
voice crew. A lot of like really prominent video game voice actors.
Yeah, it's good. The voice acting is good. All right, so you got more than a few quests that are like that, especially for Bethica, that are time dependent. Everybody usually is up by about 5 a.m., so I'm gonna skip over to 5 a.m. and I'm gonna go show you another part of the game, which gives a little more of the story away. I don't think it's gonna be very spoilery, but for each person you bring back to town, you interview them, and so.
All right, but keep it short. I got work to do.
All right. Because you are a reporter, of course.
Wambus Troubleham, farmer.
I also didn't super love this aspect of it. I liked learning about these characters, but like just literally sitting here and push a button and hear a voice line just kind of wasn't the most exciting thing.
Like I can afford that. Seems like you never had to pay property
And you have to do it for
taxes.
every villager.
You do it for every villager.
What do I think about Bugsnax?
I do like, so
Tasty.
to talk about things I do like about this game. I really like that,
Well,
you know, you get here and you meet Philbo, and Philbo's like, there are these things, they're Bugsnax, everyone loves them, you eat them, they freak you out, like, can't get enough of them. And so you're like, okay, you know, I watched the trailer, I know Bugsnax, this guy loves Bugsnax, everyone loves Bugsnax, and you start to learn about everyone's relationships with Bugsnax are all very different and very complicated.
Though we would have been fine
Yes.
on Bugsnax if it weren't for Gramble.
So here we'll learn what happened. Like, good setup for this. What's Gramble's relationship with the Bugsnax?
That weepy little rancher
I like Gramble.
thinks all Bugsnax are his pets. Philbo needs to shut his grumping mouth. Triffany is off somewhere poking at skeletons. None of my dang business. Well, when you've been married this long, the little spats just pile up. Doesn't take much to knock them all down.
Lisbert is the
Respectable type, Lisbert.
explorer we're trying to find.
We'd trade sauce for snacks now and again.
I think
Or perhaps for Dr. Batternugget.
Lisbert's story that you kind of are getting mostly through like talking to
that's the
people and
town
watching
You know,
stuff you
think
unlock
about it.
is
Liz's
probably the
partner.
most interesting part of the game to me. I really like the core narrative of this game.
I couldn't say.
I have enjoyed Eggabell's
she was
journey
off
so far.
hunting.
Yeah, I tie that into
Okay.
Lisbert because those two are very
Could have
like
slipped and
tied
fell.
together.
Could have got caught in an earthquake.
So yeah, the main
got
thrust of this
thrown in
story
a
is you're
volcano.
you're going out and you're kind of on this mystery for what happened to Lisbert and what happened
Seems
to
like
this
a waste of your
expedition
time.
and why these
If
people
you
are
want
on it.
answers,
Uh,
you need hard
A lot of them, it turns
Here,
out, were running away
I
from
dug this up the
something,
other
whether
day.
they know it or not,
I'm
or
thinking it might help you find
you know,
Lisbert.
are learning a lot about themselves on the way. The Bugsnax are kind of in the background for a lot of that.
Yes.
And like nobody really acknowledges this one or two. There's only like particularly maybe two characters that really dive into the effects of what is going on with all these people as you feed them Bugsnax. Nobody seems very concerned about it. So
No, they love them.
they love them. Bugsnax are addicting. So let's feed Philbo here a Bunger. And let's really mess him up here a little bit. Let's go.
Awesome!
Okay. Let's just go.
Oh boy,
Yeah, we're just
got like an alfalfa thing going on.
Yep.
Cisco.
They love it. Just really enjoying that Bilbo. So yeah, I'll go to a different area here to show you a different biome and the Bugsnax there. They lock off areas and then we'll open them up with story narratives, though if you're coming... the way they open them up through the narrative, it's pretty uneventful. Usually, for some reason, somebody just had knocked down a wall after you did something for them. It's like really not... it's not like, oh, there was an earthquake and the path is clear now. It's usually like, I don't know, we just knocked this wall down now. So let's go down here. This is the beach. That's Wiggle. That's Wiggle talks a lot. Let's see, what do we got here? What do we got on the beach? We got some Rasby. We got this crab. That's a shell. A crab over here.
Crapple.
Crapple. Snackery up there. And the Pinantula, which I like how they say their name. Come on, let's say it. Let's catch one. This is a pretty easy one to catch. I think you just put chocolate on the Pinantula and the crab digs it out. So again, like you said, Ben, it's pretty explicit with what you have to do if there's a trick, right? Burrows into the Santa hide. Perhaps another Bugsnax could dig it out.
Right, so at this point you're like, okay, let me find a Bugsnax that digs.
Yeah. Does he like the chocolate? I thought he likes the chocolate. It has the likes and dislikes. Loves that chocolate. Okay, he hid. I was using ketchup. Digs him out. You go over. Got him. All right, that was worth it. All right, the other thing I'll show off is your backpack here. You get your tools. So your trapped, your slingshot, this ball, your camera. This thing allows me to select. You get this pretty off thing early on. Floofty gives it to you, another Grumpus, and they give it to you, and it allows you to select which part of the Grumpus you want to snackify. Get your map. Get your backpack. So I have this Pinantula in my inventory. Your quest log, which is usually pretty good. You'll want to check this if you're getting mixed around and you don't know what to do. Your Bugapedia, your the Grumpuses that you have talked to. They have these loves and hates, but I have not found how those tie into the story, even as I'm nearing the end here, in a gameplay mechanic way. It's not, unless there's some like Layton-esque puzzle where you have to seat everybody next to the person they love or hate. I have not found that yet. And then your clues and leads, where I did get stuck for about a half hour looking for something, and then went back and was like, oh, okay, I had to look through my clues to be like, oh, you want me to find this thing, huh?
We might be talking about the exact same... I might have had the exact same thing.
Was it 3 maps you had?
With one missing?
Yes, I had one missing thing.
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right, so I think... I don't know, Ben, I think that's kind of the Bugsnax. So you collect the snacks and you fulfill these missions. They are broken out into side missions and main missions. Now, I did everything as far as I could up to near the end here. Not in this save, obviously, in my real save, which I'm going to load up in a second. And I was still missing a bug or two, which bummed me out. But it sounds like you can just mainline the main mission if you want to get to the ending of the game. You don't have to do all the side quest stuff. Is what it sounds like.
They give you a very clear point of no return where it's like, okay, if you want to catch all your snacks, do it now.
Yeah. But
I will say afterwards you can go back to that point even after you complete the story.
So I'm gonna jump ahead and I think if you want to duck out, if you're watching this now, get out now. I'm going to jump ahead, and there might be slight spoilers. I'm not going to do any story stuff, but I do want to show some of the other tools you get for capturing Bugsnax, and also just kind of where the snackification can go. And I'm going to show that off pretty quickly. So again, if you spoilers up ahead, be warned, possible, but I'm just going to show that off quickly. And some of the other biomes and environments that open up, at least 1 or 2. So hang tight. Here we go. I'm going to leave this to the title here. I'm going to go over to my near end game save here. You can see here. So close, Ben, to filling out my Bugipedia. And as you
No,
capture
you more than me.
Bugsnax here, they fill up this load screen. And that's probably one of my criticisms of the game is the loads between the areas, while not super long, they add up in a way that
Yes.
can be kind of a pain in the butt. So
There's no fast travel, so if you want to get from one side of the map, you're hitting like 4 load screens sometimes.
let's go find somebody we was talking to before. There's Wiggle. Wiggle we saw on the beach before. Now Wiggle.
Oh God, what have you done to them?
Wiggle,
Farewell.
Wiggle's been snackified. So you can really make some monsters as you move forward here. There's yeah. I've tried to make as hideous a monster as I can. Let's go into we'll go into the snow area and just kind of show that area off.
What's up?
Hey dog. I like this area because I mostly like the Scoopy Banoopy.
Oh yeah.
Scoopy Banoopy. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Ooh, what did I get? I got some kind of achievement. Let's go up to the woods, and then I'll show off all the gadgets and tools, and then I think we'll call it there. Like I said, there's not really, aside from the story, mechanics-wise, I think within the first 2 hours, aside from getting some new tools, you'll kind of know how this game plays and what you're going to be doing for most of it, and how you're gonna, and even how you're gonna get these Bugsnax. And you get the tools pretty quickly as well. Okay, Frosted Peak. This is where things get a little more interesting. You have your elemental damage stuff here. If I try to capture this snack, I get frozen. And if I try to capture this snack with a trap, my trap freezes.
Yeah.
And I can't do it. My trap is frozen. So what I could do is use this thing called a trip shot to try and stun a Bugsnax. But I will still get frozen as I try to get the snack, I believe. Oh no, I guess I'm not. Okay, I was wrong. Oh man, getting all these achievements. How did I not get these before? The other thing you have is this snack grappler, which basically lets you pick your trap up from further away. You can also pick some other stuff up, like all the things off a condiment tree. And you can't grab... it seems inconsistent. I feel like...
You can grab a dazed snack.
But you can't just grab like a small... Because I always want to just grab small snacks, and you cannot.
Yeah.
This is Snoopy
There he
Banoopy.
is.
He's pretty great. Poor Snoopy Banoopy.
I like that they have a lot of different voice like they don't just say the one thing over and over. They'll go like Snoopy, Banoopy, or Snoopy.
Oh, Scooby, yeah, Scoopy.
Banoopy.
I was saying Snoopy too.
I thought there was a Snoopy Banoopy.
So now he's on fire, and that makes him super sad, and he'll explode into his component parts.
So sad, Vinny. What
I
did you do?
I know.
You're a monster.
Let's watch him explode.
Save me. Help me. I'm the last of my
There's nothing I can do
kind.
for you. There's nothing I can do for you.
I'm okay. I think I'm okay.
And he'll change into his little parts here. If I had stunned him, I could have captured him, but I did not, and I watched him explode and die. He didn't die. So the same thing happens with folks that are on fire, which is not in there. Sorry, I don't want. I'm trying to not spoil anything. I think there might be something up here, but it does. You get the picture.
Yeah, in the top middle, there's the little fiery ramen guy, I think.
Yeah, the skewer or Stoodler.
Stoodler.
And you spend a little time. None of them are that hard to catch. Some of them require a little more patience than others to catch, but nothing. Usually they will give you the means to catch them. He's a little tougher here, but in evening, I do believe a flying ice creature appears here. So I would have a very tough time right now. Usually the what's this thing called? Trip shot inherits elemental properties from the things it is touching, but in this case, it does not for like this ice pillar, which you'd think it might, but you kind of saw it before on the ice pond. It did. It got frozen, but it would do it for fire. So if I, oh, who hit that? Ah, Cookie.
Chippy. There's Chippy and there's Kooky.
If I touch this guy, I will get on fire, but again, you don't get any damage really. But what you can do, which I do a lot, is intentionally catch myself on fire to hit the ice guys when I don't want to deal with finding fire myself. These guys are very easy to catch. They just want peanut butter. Look at this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All they want in life is that peanut butter.
Maybe I was trying to get a
Butter jam.
They just want that peanut butter. So Ben, I don't know. Do you have any other thing, anything else to add to this? Because it's a
strange game.
I've
Like,
enjoyed it, and like I said,
yes.
the story is what has kept me going. The gameplay itself, I don't find super like radical or wild. Like
No.
it's completing the list and the story.
Yes. Yeah, it's a really interesting game to be the follow-up of Octodad, which was a game that's kind of, all about like, here's this weird gameplay mechanic, we're gonna have you wrestle with it, but kind of put it in this fun light. This one's way more of a like exploration. Like it is very much a story game. You know, the last game I played like this, that was this story focus, is Outer Wilds. It's
Sure.
definitely like a game about just like finding out what happened before you got there, and now once you've gotten there, make it right. And if you're not on board with that, you're not going to enjoy this game probably.
Yeah, because I think the bug catching itself is pretty basic, really. I mean, you get a couple of different tools here, and you can do it a couple of different ways. I didn't show this off. This is a tool for capturing bugs that are usually flying in the air, or if you got to get the trap somewhere, it's a spring, and you can... pretty easy to lock on to things, and you launch the trap, and then you can collapse it once it's launched. You cannot necessarily launch yourself. You kind of always go straight up in the air, though I have used it to reach a couple of places. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not.
I did accidentally sequence break the game at one point and get a tool way before I was supposed to.
You did?
That.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of don't go that high or that far, but yeah, like I said, you can use it to get to a couple of places. I like it. I generally like
do
it.
Too.
I don't know if I love it, but it's really the story, and it's probably going to come down to when I beat it, what I thought of that story. And I think Outer Wilds is a great narrative example to bring up with this, because I hadn't even thought about that, but it does have that vibe to it. Like you're on this journey, but really it's the story about what's happening, and the journey's kind of the thing in the background.
Yeah.
It's not about, it is very much figuring out what happened to all these characters and what happened in their lives versus capturing these bugs and doing anything with them, really. Like,
oh, there's a snack pack on the roof.
Snack pod. Where was he? Here?
He's on the chimney.
Did I not get him? Let's see.
Oh,
I'll
there's
go
an
around.
achievement for getting all the snack pods.
Ow! All right, let's go check that out.
Sorry, I know you were in your closing
Oh, yeah,
thoughts,
there he goes,
but
there
I
he
saw
goes.
the snack pod and I was just like,
Let's see. This might be a little tricky. These snack pods are kind of hidden. They're one of the few that are really, like, you're in a game of collecting bugs. This is the collectible version, the collectible thing. All right. So let's see. Let me see if I can tease this out before we go. I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking for this. Like I said, I
you
think,
can use the yeah.
I think there might be a couple of ways to do this, but whoops, that just fell right off. That's not what I intended. Stay. Okay. Is it not close enough? Not close enough. Let's get that back.
What if you just jump on there
Yeah.
and try and zap it?
That's what I'm thinking. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay,
You
switch
shoot
what?
the grappler as you launch
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right. Snack
Nice.
pod. Thanks, Ben.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like I said, story stuff. Trying not to give too many spoilers away here for the game. A couple of other biomes that I'm not going to show the map right now, so you can discover on your own. There are some boss fights which aren't super great, but are different. Which take on they use the mechanics that you have and the tools you have to. Let's just say they use them differently. I was going to say to better effect, but I think those boss fights are a little weird sometimes. This game is very weird, and like I said, I like it. I don't know if I love it. We'll see where that story goes, but $25, Epic Game Store, PS4, PS5. If you have a PS5 with PS Plus, you can get it for free. If you have a PS4, you can put it in your library for your PS5 library, but you won't be able to play it unless you have a PS5. Whew. Thanks, Ben Pack.
Yeah, thanks. I'm just gonna start thinking about Bunger now.
Bunger, 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 bunger.